You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's So You Think You Can Dance After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's So You Think You Can Dance After Show.
What up, boys and girls? Bing is for doing. We're here doing another AfterBuzz, a recap show, So You Think You Can Dance, Season 9, Episode 12. I'm your host, AJ Gibson, joined again by the lovely Corrine Williams. Kristen Burt. Hey, Kristen Burt's still out this week. She's working, but we do have two huge guests. Two of my favorite competitors, all-stars from Seasons 3, Alex Wong, and Seasons... no, backwards.
Yeah.
No, I got that right. Season 3, Lauren Gottlieb, and Season 7, Alex Wong. I shouldn't have asked you that 2 seconds before.
How are they your favorites
like,
if you can't remember?
I know who they are.
Get your life together.
Let's just backtrack real quick. Let's just
do it again.
Let's just rewind.
Just do it again.
All stars, Lauren Gottlieb and Alex Wong. That's all that matters.
Beautiful.
Who cares what season you're on? Because you're on every season now. You guys were on tonight's episode.
On tonight, too. And last week.
Which ended 10 minutes ago, and here you guys are.
I know. How did we make it here in time?
I flew.
You flew. You guys, well, you guys are incredible. Thank you for being here.
I have a Nimbus.
Yeah. Oh.
A Nimbus?
Yeah.
2000?
He's fancy. I'm sitting by the right.
You're kind of a nerd. I like that.
I'm sitting by the right person.
No, it's because they just did a spoof. Not they, but
Who is they?
Hollywood show, the Harry Potter thing.
Oh,
they just did a spoof on my
We'll
hip
have
hop
to talk
routine.
about
Yeah,
this.
we'll have to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Really?
Oh, you're a hip hopper, too?
Wow. We're huge fans here in the studio.
Just so everyone knows,
I just remember
he's
he
like
was
my
ballet.
best friend, so I can do this.
Yeah, they were getting crazy when we were watching the show, y'all.
Yeah, you guys have a bit of a husband-wife or
I said
brother-sister
odd couple.
dynamic. Yeah.
No.
Odd couple.
Odd couple?
Yeah.
But do brothers and sisters wink at each other?
I wink at my sister all the time.
No, literally, he winks at me, and it
All
gets
the time.
me giddy.
Sometimes, I don't know, I just wink at her. I don't know why.
I don't like winking, but I go, ooh.
Winking
It makes you want to wink back?
No, I go, ooh.
Have you always been a winker?
No.
No?
I think I just wink at her.
Just you.
It's just me.
You should feel special.
No, I really do.
I find that the older I get, the more I wink. And it kind of creeps me out. I'm like, and now I'm in my 30s now, and I'm like, I wink at people. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
ugh.
definitely creepy.
I don't.
When did I start doing that?
That's the creepy guy syndrome.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex.
It works.
No, I'm not 30 yet.
It works.
I'm not 30 yet.
Oh, he had to go
You're
there.
Good. You're good. You're good. I don't like winking.
Am I the oldest one in the studio?
No, don't do it.
Maybe.
Oh, you
I don't know.
Maybe.
I am for sure.
It's kind of crazy that we were
Yes.
on the show. We were on the show tonight. We watched a show with you, and now we're talking about it.
This is
in
wild.
like 10 minutes.
Talking about winking.
We do this every week.
And
We've never
winky
had guests though come directly from the show
Really?
to the studio. So we really
This
appreciate
is special.
Awesome,
Yeah.
boss.
I had to cancel
Thanks,
the last
guys.
3 weeks, so I'm like, I'm gonna make it no matter
I know,
what.
right? Right? You
This
still
will
have your hair
happen.
done from the show.
Well, yeah, we
I
came
like
right
it.
from it. Thanks.
Alex, your hair still done from the show too?
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah? You betcha.
Who says that?
Me.
Gee golly.
Speaking of the show, So You Think You Can Dance, we should probably talk about it a little bit.
Maybe.
No, maybe? No, tonight we've got guest judge Jesse Tyler Ferguson back from Modern Family. What do we think about him?
I think he's awesome.
I want him as permanent judge every week. I think he's great and
He is.
he's fantastic.
He's funny. He
He's
knows
hilarious.
What to say.
Yeah.
He's funny, and I maybe he doesn't have the biggest dance background, but he has a theater background. He's an actor, and he knows his stuff. I think he does his homework.
Yeah, and you can tell he's a huge
a fan.
Yeah, he's a fan of the show. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. He and he doesn't know all the dance terminology like
Neither do
Corrine and
I.
I don't. But we understand when we see something that's amazing, and he gets it. And he also like the show. Like we say this week after week. It's not America's best dancer. It's America's favorite dancer. And he is kind of like the average American watching the show. He kind kind of represents that on the panel, which I really enjoy.
No, I ran
True
into
that.
him after dress run today, and after dress run, they came over with a spray paint can because
Okay.
they wanted to mess up my costume a little
Okay.
bit. So I was like, my costume was all wet, and I saw him. I was like, oh my god, all I want to do right now is give you a hug.
And the one opportunity in your life, and you can't
I
because you're
couldn't do
spray
it. I
paint.
could. I went in. I was like, ooh, that would be really bad.
What are the chances?
I actually did. I was at Crafty and I was eating, and then he was like, "Hey, I know, right?" He's like, "Hey, I'm Jesse," and I was like, "Hi, I'm Alex," and I was so shocked that I couldn't say anything. So I just stood
That's
there.
all
Yeah.
you said.
Just
I just stood there.
backtrack.
Hi, I'm
I just
Alex.
kind of stood there staring at him.
Alex,
He
I'm not
knows
sure
your
if-
name already.
He's kind of.
Yeah, he's a
everything.
bigger fan
He
of you, I
loves
promise
you.
you. And I'm not sure if I believe that. Didn't I just see on your Twitter you met the Biebs recently?
What?
Justin Bieber.
Yes.
You
Yesterday.
met the
You
Bears.
didn't see my
Where?
Instagram?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh, is your
following
Instagram?
Your every
Give us the
well.
deeds. How did you meet the Bees?
Yeah, I did
What's
my
that,
No,
research.
honestly,
Justin?
I was going to a Taylor Swift audition, and he was at Center Staging.
Oh yeah, rehearsing.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, hi."
Okay, well, I auditioned
that's
for
it?
his tour.
You didn't
last-
say, baby, baby,
No.
baby.
I think I'm pretty sure his security guards would have been like, "Get out."
Bad.
I would have been like, dance,
Whoa.
dance.
No, be careful with
nice.
that one. Be careful, because I tweeted something about, like, he was doing this online, everyone submit, like,
Oh, wait, your box is
auditions.
crooked. You got a crooked box, Lauren. Got it.
Sorry.
Continue.
So he was doing this, like, online submitting to audition for his tour, and I tweeted something about it, and he tweeted me, or retweeted me back. My phone went off for, like, 3 days straight. Like, I literally put it in the closet. I was
Can't
like,
imagine.
Yeah, so be careful with that new friendship.
That's what's
you got
up.
going.
Or you could get me to turn off your notifications.
No.
Boom.
That
Which I
would-
did. I
That's
did
smart.
actually, but after a little while.
It did
Yeah,
not?
it did. Yeah,
We'll
it
fight
stopped
later,
doing
okay.
it. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's pretty legit. I'm not saying I'm the biggest Bieber fan, but I'm saying he's
Too
legit.
legit.
His new album?
What's that?
His new album? Kind of good.
I like his new
I don't
song.
like-
Kind of good.
I've never heard
Yeah.
the new album. I've never heard any
The-
of his
the song
albums.
that's on the radio right
I like the
now,
radio
I
songs.
like that one.
The boyfriend
Still boyfriend?
One?
Which one is the
No,
one?
as
With
long
Big
as you love
Sean?
me.
As long as you love me.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
is good.
Is that the one with Big Sean?
Just
That's
like
the only
demo.
one I know.
Big Sean.
Yeah, the rapper.
Corinne.
Yeah,
You don't know who Big Sean is.
Who's
Moving
Big
on.
Sean? A rapper. He's on one of his
We don't
tracks.
listen to that kind of music.
I'm sorry.
No,
Well, the black girl in the house does. Get your life.
He's taking his new album in a new direction. I'm not mad at it.
Gotta step it up.
no,
All right, so this night
Well,
we've
they
got
have the album.
we've got obviously we've got some of the all stars back on this episode. So we're down to 8 now. Top 4 girls, top 4 guys. Since there will be a male and a female winner this season.
which I'm not a fan of.
Thank you, thank you. Finally, somebody.
Are you?
Well, if I was competing, absolutely not. I mean,
What?
You don't
if
wa-
you were competing,
If I
though,
was-
you would be happy about that.
not if I was winning and only
Yeah, but
getting
If you
half
were-
of
what
that.
if you were getting, what if you were
250,000,
getting
like,
second or
come
third?
on.
Then you get to take half the money.
Girl.
I think I hate it. It drives me nuts. I don't see a point in it. This entire
Girl.
season's
Yeah,
kind of
no,
frustrating for me. I don't get
why?
it.
You know why I'm not a fan of it? Because there has been 8 seasons and there has been 4 girls and 4 guys.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
far.
It's
I
not
don't
like
see a point because I think that so far it's been even. So why
Right.
do they need
Why
to
What's so
change it
good
now?
about it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you watch shows like other competition shows that aren't in the dance realm, but you look at like American Idol. It's been won by five white dudes with guitars for the last 5 seasons. Change up the format.
He
I
knows his
understand.
stuff,
I
yeah.
understand that, but like you said, 4 girls, 4 guys have won it. It's not like any one gender is running
Right.
away
What
with
about
it.
this? What
Yeah.
about
raise
Raise
your
your hand.
hand.
Yes, Lauren.
Lauren.
You may speak now.
What about this? Since the format had to be completely changed and they got rid of Thursdays, did they think it was going to be something fresh and new to like offer and people get excited
Maybe,
about? Like,
but why can't you know what though? I don't know what they're
I don't know if
thinking.
people are happy about that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
can't get into any of this right now because I get so frustrated.
Yeah.
I'll say I get so mad. The week
His
that
bangs grow higher.
Amber and Brandon went home, we
Don't
were so
even get me
furious because
started.
that was the best performance of that night by
They
far,
killed
and
it.
nobody
It was
had an
so
opportunity to vote
hot.
for it.
I was in the
But
audience
you know what's
and I
great
was
though?
like, oh.
You know what's great though? They went home based on the week before's vote, and had they had gone home and had this new format had not been implemented yet,
They wouldn't have
you would
gotten
have
to do
never
that.
even seen
But
that.
the thing is-
I try to see it that way too, but it's hard because like as
No.
Optimistic.
as
I
a
know.
viewer,
I know.
That's why I love you.
But with Amber and Brandon the week before, she killed her. What did she have? Salsa.
Yeah.
She murdered that
Yeah.
routine,
Yeah.
and she still went home. So I'm like, whatever.
But
it's
you know
whack.
the thing is, I'm just happy I got to see her in this style because I actually didn't know she could dance like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw her, I was
She
like,
looked
whoa, that
fabulous
was
this
really
year.
good.
You wanna know why?
When I saw her after. I
Don't
told her
do
I
it.
was
Don't you
really amazing.
even.
I got to do it.
Is it the hair?
It's the hair.
It's the hair.
She looked her
It was
hair.
the hair.
Oh, because she's a hairdresser.
I'm not going to use the word
understand.
ratchet because that apparently is the
Was
word
she
of the
not-
evening on the show. But
Was she not a hairdresser the year before?
But you don't understand the struggle of a black woman in her hair, so you cannot speak on her
But you know
hair.
what though? This
She
season,
was sweaty and working it out.
I will say this though.
for the world.
This season though, she proved that you can overcome those obstacles. She did it.
She looked
But our night tonight starts off with Tiffany doing a solo. She danced "I Was Here," not by Beyonce though, by the cast of Glee.
Glee.
A little plug for Fox. All right.
Right.
Not mad at it. She was cute. She wore a little light pink getup. I wasn't mad at it. The problem with Tiffany is
problem already?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Water's poisoned.
This is kind of the
You didn't see them pour it.
Right. Don't, Roofie. This is the problem with all the girls this season, for the most part, for me, that are still there. They're just so forgettable to me.
With the exception of Whitney.
I think Whitney is kind of a standout. Whitney is, and Ileana, I love her. She's so stunning to watch, but for some reason I haven't been able to latch onto her yet, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out.
You know what? There was something years ago. I was brought
Let me
back.
adjust my blouse. I feel like it's getting a little loud.
He had a
I'm gonna put
one-shoulder
my hand up for the
action.
next comment after you finish talking.
Okay. So
Tap your mug.
I did a choreography round for season 5, and it was so interesting. I saw everybody that season audition. Like, it was so weird and such a good tool to see auditions. I can't think when you do
I'm
random
buzzing.
stuff. See, go with the hand.
Okay, I know why you can't connect to the girls or
remember.
people.
Okay, go.
Because
Tap your mic.
there's one show this week and the packages are so freaking short.
What
that
package?
you don't, the
Like their
packages on
storyline?
TV, like their
The intro
storylines.
packages.
Not
Yeah.
the packages that you want. The packages.
Oh, get your
Which-
eye.
They're not long
I
enough,
want
and you
it.
don't see enough personality. You don't see
Yeah.
enough of their backstory. So I feel like I don't know any
They
of the
need to be long,
contestants.
yeah.
And also, by now we're on top 8 week. They should have been doing 2 duets. Well, now they should be doing 3 duets.
Yeah.
But from top 12 week, they should have been doing 2 duets already.
We didn't
And I
do
feel
that
like
top
I
12.
did, and so did the season 4.
Your
and the
season was
before.
a little jacked up.
Yeah, but last season did it too,
Oh.
and so
It
did
was
the
a
season
little jacked
before.
up.
And season 5 did it too. Anyway.
No, but it's
Okay.
Oh,
No,
wow.
but
Sorry.
I felt like I haven't seen
Brothers and
enough of. I feel like I haven't seen enough of them. Like
you just don't know them.
Yeah, I want to
Well,
see.
that's
I
his
want.
point.
I'm like, I haven't seen you do enough duets. I haven't seen you do enough styles. I haven't seen your package and everything. It's.
I would like to
get
see
it.
some more of the
I've not
packages. No, it's true though. I see what you're saying though. It's like anything, any type of, you watch the Olympics and you don't
Right.
really care about some archer until
From Iowa.
Yeah, until
Who
you hear
cares?
their package and see their story
It's
and
very
see what
true.
they've gone
Yeah,
through.
I agree.
And I haven't been able to latch onto any of this. It's easier for me to latch onto the men because obviously I'm into that, and there's some eye candy there. So there's variety with the men.
True,
They're
I
all
agree with
very
that.
different.
Yeah.
With the girls, there's 2 ballroom dancers and 2 brunettes that kind of remind
But
me
they
of each other.
don't jump
Right.
out as stars. That's what I was gonna say with watching the auditions, is that the producers were like, we're looking for stars.
Yeah.
I
And no
think
one
Whitney-
steps on that stage and goes, I am a star.
Whitney
You mean
Whitney
Whitney?
can, I think.
Whitney,
I
when
think
she,
Whitney does.
but when she dances, not when she's just standing,
Yeah,
like
she's
normal.
humble, like
yeah,
humble
she's just
girl.
like, oh, I'm from wherever, But I,
You know who I think did kind of stand out as a star though? Was Amelia. And I didn't latch onto her, but she was very memorable for me.
She's unique.
I think it's
She has a
because she
different
was
look.
so different and
She's
pale.
so pale.
She's
Alex,
pale.
we're here. Oh, get your line.
But they did a great package for her.
Yeah,
With the
she did
whole
have a
black
very
and
good
white.
package.
They did
I
that
need
for
to
About the
stop saying
package.
that.
her. They did it for Cyrus.
Package.
They did
We
it
are
for
13 minutes in,
Okay.
and all we've learned so far from Alex is it's all about the package.
Packages.
I'm not going to say anything else. We're going to move on to Whitney and Twitch. One of my favorite numbers of the night. I mean, obviously, my favorite number that you guys were not in. This number was sick. I mean, I was losing my mind. You guys weren't here yet because you were still rushing over from the
Yeah.
actual show.
No, I
You were
saw it.
flying.
Flying.
Y'all
On
were
the
flying.
Nimbus.
It was a Luther Brown number. He's
Thank God
from
he's on the show.
Canada, right?
Canada.
Canadians, so you think you can dance?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had that
Yeah,
in
they
Canada.
do. They had
Wow.
They have
4
it in
seasons.
Every country.
Yeah.
It's like up to like 197 now.
We were talking about this earlier. Stacey Tukey comes from Canada or
Canada.
Australia? Canada also. Yeah.
Oh, you were right.
She's one of my favorites too. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
I also
But
come from Canada.
Whitney,
She murdered
Yeah.
it. I said murder was the case that they gave her. What?
She was really, really
because
good.
she ate that. I'm like ballroom, and she's like popping and dropping
From
Get
the
your line.
jump too.
What?
Because this is kind of funny that we saw the whole process from the jump.
Really?
I was like, "Ooh, day one. That's you, day one."
yeah.
She was.
And I told Corinne this. I said sometimes little white girl from the suburb. All she needs is a little twitch in her life.
A little
boom,
brother.
Look what it brings out of her.
AKA
look what it brings out of her. I mean,
AKA
because he is so like, Twitch is just so uniquely Twitch. There's never been another one. There will never be another one. He's just so unique on the show. Not the best dancer, but he's one of the most memorable characters in reality history, period.
Yeah.
And she went on that stage, and I'm
matched
a
him.
fan of Twitch,
She
and she
matched him.
drew my eye so many times.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because she's got that fire.
Yeah.
She has a really
And she is like
she knows how to work her
work it.
face, and she knows how to work her hair.
Her
There was
hair,
a
her
close-up
body,
of her when she was just walking forward and
doing this.
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She got a little cray-cray Beyonce Rihanna thing going on a little bit with her hair sometimes. I was like, okay.
She was
like
giving
it.
it to
She
us.
just has face.
She was
Yeah.
hot. Get
She,
your
I
life.
wrote down she danced like a beast.
I love that you guys
agree
have
with that.
notes and we don't.
She, Mary
saw the
said
show.
she was buck. I said, well, get your life with the Ebonic slang, Mary.
I know, right? She was trying.
She
was. Mary threw out some buck tonight. She threw out ratchet, like 3 or 4 times.
But she explained to Nigel
what ratchet was. And she was like,
She was
clapping
like
his
this,
face.
and when I'm clapping in your face, that's ratchet.
I got it, Mary. You know what I love though? Jesse Tyler Ferguson made a comment. He goes,
killed me.
you know what my favorite part was, guys? Was that part, that whole like, I'm waiting for the bus part. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the bus. That was hilarious. It was one of the
is
best
the
critiques of
best.
the
That
entire
was
night.
so funny. And then at the end, they all were doing it
Yeah.
together.
He's like, that's how I wait for the
This thing when
bus.
she was like,
It was really
Yeah,
cute. It was
exactly.
really
it was
cute.
really, really
I was impressed. I was very, very impressed. Then we move on to Will's solo. The solos are a little bit boring. I don't understand solos very often. They're really, very rarely does a solo stand out.
Yeah.
Danny Tidwell, those 38 turns he did that one time, they're amazing.
Oh, hot.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
But there's very few. You've had some solos.
Before he got kicked off.
You one of those.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. Before you hurt yourself.
Ouch,
Say
ouch.
something back to her.
He
It's
will.
okay.
No.
He
Okay.
loves it.
He's saying.
The thing about Will is, you know that song? You remember Neil Haskell?
Mm-hmm.
Did that?
Blonde?
Yeah. Did that solo. And so when I was talking to him, I'm like, Neil has this guy thing about him, and he just, I mean, they both are kind of very similar. I'm like, pull that out, like, you know, just start, because they all kind of go into the same old contemporary mode.
Yeah.
True.
What I wrote down about Will, I said, first of all, I wrote down he lost so much weight this season.
Did he really?
No, he did.
Oh yeah, he was like the chubby guy at the beginning of the season. He looks great now.
His face is more
Yeah.
conformed
Wow,
into
good
his
for him.
I wrote down
cheekbones.
most improved too. Like he's like, to me, I expect every week I expect Cyrus to become the most improved, but for whatever reason, Cyrus does not break through for me. I feel like I want him to
Buzz
have. I get it. His style of dance is so far from anything he's doing. I
Shakeable.
get that, but like
But-
when you see Twitch do it, I'm like, Cyrus, you can do it. I know they're totally different styles they come
I was
from,
just
but
gonna say that.
I get that. But I watch Will, and every single week I'm like, Will.
Because people are actually pushing him. Cyrus, I think they're still trying to cover up what
Exactly.
he doesn't
They choreograph
know.
around Cyrus a lot.
Big time. Which back in my day, they didn't
Which was
do.
season 3, not 7.
Season 3. No, honestly, back in
my day.
back in that day though, if you couldn't get the dance, you didn't get the dance. It was choreographed ahead of time and you walked in, but I saw them through the years, like the choreographers are even more stressed out than the dancers are. And they're all crying backstage, like so they go, you know what, screw this. We're on the chopping block here. We're gonna start to like, you know, try to pick and pull and push where they're supposed to, and I don't know if I like that.
I
as
don't
much.
like it.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because
like
I want to ask.
No, I think it's good. I think it works for some things.
It works to make a great show and a great dance, but
But it's
Yeah,
for
but then
the
sometimes
show
you see
is
some
for
really good
dance
routines.
though.
They should be catered to the individual personalities of the people.
Well, I think that's what they're doing specifically with Cyrus, because everything he has been in and or touched, even with the group routines, like you just see him shaking, and
Just
he's
shaking
not
somebody.
like really, you know, lines. I don't know the technical terms, but he's not doing all these things. He's just
And I get that, like I
shaking.
They should choreograph to their personalities,
Right.
But they shouldn't choreograph to like their detriment. They should be choreographing in the way that pushes them to get better. And I don't feel like Cyrus is getting pushed that much. I'm sure he is relative to everyone else.
Yeah.
This is all
don't
so
know.
far outside of his comfort
This is just
zone.
what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, he's never done choreography before, so this is really far outside of his comfort zone.
then
Everyone
you
else
have-
has done choreography.
But either of a lot of people in the last 8 seasons.
yeah, you have Legacy from season 6 is a b-boy, didn't do choreography, and he got pushed into that.
True.
I want to ask this, though. I want to ask you guys' opinion on this, because what really frustrates us is that the judges know ahead of time. Like, before tonight's show, they know what's going down. So, and the choreographers know ahead of time, too. Yeah. So,
no.
They talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago.
No.
They actually did talk about it.
Last week.
Yeah, they said last week that the choreographers are aware of this, so they know what they're working with. That makes it seem so, to
aware
us,
of what? Sorry.
of who's going to be in the bottom each week.
No.
They don't know.
They said it last week on the show,
That's
though.
what Nigel said.
Yeah.
What they said, what they were saying was that they now go to the choreographers and ask them about the contestant.
How everybody did.
So that they understand better.
No.
They don't trust the
I think the
choreographers with
only
that
person
information.
I don't even think Mary knows. I think the only person that knows is Nigel.
Really?
So what does he do? Is he just influencing Mary that, Will should go home tonight? You know why? Because
so-and-so said this about him.
His feet were jacked up.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Say that again?
I don't think it's just Nigel that knows. I think they all do.
Oh, that's what I'm feeling.
I don't think so.
He and
I
Mary.
have a feeling
Mary,
that I have a feeling that only Nigel knows.
Because last week,
Nigel is the. I feel like Nigel sometimes directs his comments to
who's going home.
for sure.
We
And that
notice
was
it
last week
every
with
week.
George and Allison. I went, why are they going down, like getting on George so much? And I'm like, well, because they know he's in the bottom.
I think
they
that
have to be
I don't
consistent.
think Mary knows though.
They both know. I mean, you have to, because
That's just my guess.
How fair
This
is
is my guess.
that, though? To sit there and be like, oh yeah, lottery pick, these two are going to be in the bottom too, and now you just have to decide. I think that there's a conversation that occurs between the two prior to.
I would guess.
It's possible.
It has to.
I would guess that Mary probably doesn't know.
Really?
Just
Maybe
because I
feeds off.
also guess that her mug is probably full of like vodka every night. So I don't know if that's information she'd be able to keep to herself. She's a little bit of a loose cannon. So I mean, I wouldn't tell
love
me.
Mary.
That's tequila right there. I wouldn't tell me anything. Don't tell me shit.
I don't know. I think she knows how to feed off of Nigel, though.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to know.
AJ is crazy.
I wouldn't want to know.
I wouldn't either.
I want to know.
But yeah, I don't like the new format.
It's weird.
I don't like it either.
It hurts because they do know ahead of time,
Yeah.
and so they can direct their comments in a certain fashion.
All right. Anyways.
Moving on.
Sigh.
I love you, Will. Moving on, we got a Sonia Taya number done for choreographed for Cole and Allison.
Ooh.
Allison's one of my favorites. Allison, she's
Yeah,
just
she's one of everyone's favorites.
she's just phenomenal.
Was that one? I thought it was yours.
No, that was they were
She
done too.
did that.
Before.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm sorry, that opening shot of her. That
this one?
opening shot. I mean, out of 9 seasons, have you seen an opening picture that makes you go, like,
Yeah.
She killed it.
I think that piece was amazing.
Genius. I wrote down I wrote down she's insane, even though I should be looking at him. I wrote down she's insane. Sick holds, and there's this one, I don't know how to describe it, but there's a one-arm hold. Yeah, yes.
I put
Well,
that
she's
down.
jumping.
Yes.
It's more of a visual.
But she stayed there for a moment, and
Yeah,
he
she
was
did.
working
so
that.
hot though.
Yeah, I think it's more of a really impressive visual. 'Cause
We talk
she
about-
jumps and you just. hold
But
her
after
on there for
9
a second.
seasons and seeing so many contemporary dances, like I saw a lot of new moves and new lifts in there. I was really
In
impressed
that
with
one
it.
routine.
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
And they gave us a
Okay.
lot of I say like frames or snapshots or pictures. There's a lot of moments that are just super
Yeah.
super like they burn into your brain.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, very much so. And I also wrote down, I felt like this number was perfectly choreographed for Cole, though.
Yeah.
Because he just got to be strong and samurai-like the whole time. And I don't know how else to describe it, but that's
Well,
kind
I
of
think
what...
they knew
And he
from,
did
from
his,
his
well, he
dance.
did his
Samurai, like-
addiction one like that last
Yeah,
week
that's what
too.
I was gonna say.
But
Sonia
I
was
think
smart.
Sonia was smart. But what I was impressed about was because while Allison is like flailing around him, he's able to keep so calm.
Yeah.
The kind of like stillness of whatever,
Yeah.
which
I
I was
don't know.
really impressed about.
I need to go back and watch him because I could not watch her.
I know
I-
because she's
I
like,
couldn't not like. Yeah,
I know what you mean, I know what
and
you
when
mean.
Mary said the comment to her saying, "Allison, we've seen you in so many routines over the last year, like couple years.
Yeah.
This was the best." I agree. I
think
thought
I
it was
agree as
so
well.
mature
Oh,
and
was
so
hot.
fantastic.
Yeah. It showed off her strength. But I said in my notes, I was like, I think that it showed off both of their strength equally.
Strength.
Strength.
You know, it sure did.
Get your life.
Yeah, she said strength. Why you trying to call me out, boo? Get your
I
life.
just said hello. I'll call myself out.
But it did, and I was like, wow, I was equally impressed because most of the time my eye just goes to one, but I just found myself looking at both of them equally.
When they called
like,
out Allison, they said this, I forget who it was that said, was it Jesse, yeah, said that it was the greatest acting performance he's ever seen on the show, and it's kind of true. Like she was selling it. But back to Cole though, Cole does do that whole like sixth sadistic thing a lot, and
Are you tired of it yet?
a little bit. I mean, it's great that he can do that, but he's such a likable guy to me. I think he seems like such a nice guy. Like you don't have to do that dark thing every single time.
I think that's where his sex appeal comes out, though. I know Nigel, and I know what he likes on the show, and he looks like a
men who dance like men.
A man, and he looks like exactly. But he's sexy when he's like that. He did Cha Cha last week with Anya, and he was a little more uppity, and you're like, oh, you're cute.
It didn't go over well last week for him.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay.
Lindsay's from Utah. We learned that in her package piece. In her package. Back to the package. Now we're talking about Lindsay's package.
Alex.
Okay.
Likes packages.
What was interesting, I thought that...
Called out.
Did you call Alex out? No, we call everybody out. I don't know if Alex does, but I know that I do. For all of our listeners and viewers out there.
You guys have
you're dirty.
Crazy minds. I'm not saying.
She studied with Mark and Shirley Ballas, which I thought was kind of cool.
Who?
Mark
Lindsay.
Ballas is
Mark and his mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was a fan of another dancing show.
Is he from Utah?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never knew that, and I love him on the other dancing show.
Just say it, Dance with the Stars.
Get your life.
AfterBuzz is going to be covering that in a few weeks. All-Star season. But no, I thought I liked I like that because I like Mark. I think he's and you can see it though.
Yeah.
I don't. We talked about this a little bit before. Like I say, oh, they're going to go on to be on Dance with the Stars, and you guys said maybe maybe one of them, maybe not both of them.
Both of them.
I think Whitney's probably kind of a shoo-in. I'm not so sure about Lindsay though.
I don't know. I feel
they
like
really
she's
haven't
young.
added anyone new to the roster from. So you think have they recently?
Chelsea Hightower's the last one, I
She
think.
was season 4.
But she was after. But Lacey, or was Lacey after her
Lacey
then?
was season 3.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Whitney is a shoo-in, I think.
I think if they pick anyone, it'll be Whitney, just because
because they have added a couple
she's
dancers
got that
last
camera.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Lindsay's still young.
they're the same age though.
They're the same age.
I was just about to say.
It doesn't matter. She's still
Yes.
she
I-
has some growth.
Look-wise or like personality?
Actually, I think look-wise, I think Whitney's really grown into her looks, and she actually knows how to work it really well.
Yeah.
Whitney, I feel like they're both very, very skilled and they're very close. I feel like Whitney though, if they went out there and like had to have like a dance off or something, I don't know if this
Whitney
happens.
would murder
I feel like
her.
she would slaughter.
Yeah.
Poor Lindsay.
Agreed.
It's that
I don't know what
star
it's like
factor.
in terms of
Star factor.
actual technique, because I know that Lindsay has competed and she's done very well. But in terms of like, if you're just looking as an audience member of acting and things like that, like Whitney has a fire.
Whitney
Whitney
wins.
can walk
Whitney wins.
on a stage and be a star.
You know what I
think
wanna see?
Lindsay's a little.
I agree with you.
know what I
I
wanna
think
see?
Lindsay would be a Cheerio,
I don't
a
know if I wanna
silent
know what you
Cheerio.
What
wanna
do you want to
see.
see? I really want to know.
I'll tell you later. Corinne doesn't want to know. She keeps talking. Corinne, do you know what I want to see? I want
Not
to see
really.
Anya and Whitney do a number together.
Woo, that's
Some little
hot.
ballroom something. I would love to
Hot.
see if she can hold her own with her on stage.
I
Or
think
maybe like a
so.
trio like they
That
did the one
floor
with...
would burn.
I was
Yes.
just thinking that.
Like literally
floor.
fire. What'd you say?
Burn the floor.
Because she did the
It's a
number at
show.
the beginning of the season with Lindsay and Whitney, and then who's the guy?
It was awesome.
What was his name? He went
Was it
home
Pasha?
now.
Oh wait, Nick.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I would like to see that, bring Pasha back as the all-star maybe, or Pasha and Anya, or who cares? But I just want to see Whitney and Anya on
I
that
want to
stage
see
together.
Pasha.
That would be hot. Oh,
I love Pasha.
Yeah.
Pasha. I'm sorry. He's
He's a
just
sweetheart.
Everybody loves Pasha.
such a sweetheart.
Oh well,
Okay,
moving on.
moving on.
We got a quick step coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, Eliana and
Did
Ryan.
anyone notice that thunder?
With thunder.
My paper.
No.
Oh.
No, not right now. Like right before they cut to commercial break for the quick step, it went.
Did it really?
Yeah, it was like, and coming up next is the quick step, and it went, and the
Really?
entire theater they put a lightning
Interesting.
bolt.
Did
Where was
they
I?
really?
in it.
We didn't
Yeah,
see
because
that.
you guys probably fast forwarded. No. Oh no.
Lots of calling out.
No, it thundered, and I had no idea what was going on. And then I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the quick step coming up next." And because you know how it's like the dreaded quick step.
Oh, so
for every
No
season.
way,
So
did
they
they really
they
do
literally
that?
put like, and there was like a strobe light going on in the studio.
Yeah, right. It was
Which
Alex
was
in the
really
mic.
funny.
is that a bit of foreshadowing? Is Eliana going home next week?
No,
she did awesome.
She's
I like her.
staying.
She is great.
She's
She's
really
there.
good.
And what's his name came back? Ryan.
Ryan
He was
DeLello.
Season 6.
he was the married guy, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
with Ashley.
Still married.
He looks like my
Sorry.
roommate.
Does he?
Can't get over it. Yep, looks just
interesting.
like my roommate. And he smiles way too much. Like, you're too happy. He's a really okay. You know how that
How
sometimes
are you too happy?
Just angry at people being
no.
happy.
When people are that happy all the time, I don't trust them.
You don't trust him.
No.
That's funny.
I don't know what this means.
I don't trust people who don't have Facebook, who don't drink, and who are that happy all the time.
Ooh.
Wow. I just got a Facebook.
No, but I get it.
I just started
get where you're
drinking.
going with
Trust
it.
you.
Look, I just started drinking.
Do you know what I mean? Though? Like,
Yesterday.
do you know what I mean? Like when sometimes like certain people you just can't latch onto them because they feel like there's too goody.
No.
He's one of those people for me.
Goody
Eliana though, I love her. She's such a technician. She's such a beautiful dancer, and she's got personality. I can't latch on just yet though.
I agree with that. I can't either. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of the non-existent package or
What if?
I just don't know.
What if it's because most of the dances we've seen from her, like the quick step where she's upright like this, and then your guys' routine last night, or last week,
yeah.
where she was, like, have we seen her
hot.
get down?
You know
Like,
when
have
we
seen
did
her
do
be
that ballet
slinky?
The ballet, yes, that's the one I
That's a
loved.
good point.
The music
The
box
music
or
box one.
yeah, that was phenomenal.
But still, she was still like, I don't know.
I feel like
And she did a Broadway. That was fun. She was happy. She got to,
That's
like,
true.
who
Well,
did she do that number with?
who knows,
Cyrus.
Corinne?
Cyrus, yeah.
But before we move on,
Yeah, I didn't like
to
it.
some more packages.
Yeah.
One of my favorite packages on the entire show, probably my favorite. Before we move on to Keon's solo, I want to say thank you to all of our iTunes listeners. We want to ask you guys to rate, comment, and tell your friends about us. If you guys like what we're doing, if you like the guests that we're getting in the studio, Alex, Lauren, I mean,
better
really,
like
it doesn't get
us.
much better than this, you guys.
Boom.
Unless we get Twitch in here. Sorry, guys. I'm a big Twitch fan.
And Brandon.
No, you guys are my top two.
It's
You're
all
my
good,
top
we're
two.
fine.
And
But we
Brandon.
still have each
And Brandon.
other.
But if you guys like what we're doing, tell your friends about us and make sure you give us 5 stars and comment. If you guys comment, we will comment back. I love getting on iTunes and seeing what people are saying about me.
Oh, you're one of
Because
those.
he's so
No, I know.
vain. He
Really?
thinks it's
We should
about
sing.
him.
Corinne would get on, but she just got Facebook last week, so I'm guessing she won't know what iTunes is until about 2013.
I don't even know. I still
Oh,
have
snap.
Hey,
Where's that oh,
2013
snap?
is
There
like
it
a
is.
couple
I
months
still
away.
have the old school like mobile phone and everything. Get your life.
Is it color screen?
No.
You are too much for me right now.
Nope. Barely.
Back to packages. Keon. I wrote down.
Nice segue.
Yeah, I wrote down mesmerizing. He
Good word.
is something else. There's like one guy every season that I just like. I'm like, you know what? I would just marry
I
you
get
right
to dance
now.
with him last week.
I know. And the drop
Your
crotch
hip-hop
pants.
number.
The drop crotch pants. I loved
Right?
it.
Oh my god, at least somebody.
They called them diaper pants tonight on the show, I think.
Yeah.
Nigel
Mary
or
called
Ew.
Lindsay's diaper
pants.
Yeah.
rude.
Rope.
Rude.
She said diaper pants?
Fruit.
I
Yes.
didn't hear it.
Oh, she doesn't like them?
Guess not.
No.
She
whatever.
said, "Well, you were working it in your diaper pants."
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, so much.
Alex really liked that one.
Alex is
A
loud,
lot.
y'all. This
That
brother
was
is
good. That was good. Somebody's on it in the booth.
That's
You want to know? You want to know about
Marissa.
Keon though? You want to
Yeah,
know
yeah,
about him
yeah,
and what,
please go.
why I think he could win the show?
Why?
Because he
didn't go home
has a
tonight, right?
donk.
No, because he has a donk. Number one, but he cried.
A booty.
A booty. He cried.
He.
You cry
did.
on this show. You cry. You win.
I've been telling people for years. Just
When did he cry?
And when he was
After
after
his-
his solo or during his
Because they
performance.
showed the intro package with his parents. He was
Oh,
adopted.
yeah, yeah.
Sad, sad, sad. He did his number. His parents, everybody, and he got a standing ovation
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
the
one
judges
too.
The judges.
And Mary was crying, so he started crying. Kat probably cried because she can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Kat's
You know what?
phenomenal.
You know what
Wonderful.
show he was in? You know, Come Fly Away. Twyla Tharp.
He was on the tour show.
Yeah.
Really?
One of my
Keon?
favorite shows. Yeah, I saw him and he told me. I was like, oh my god, it was you. He is a performer, and he's a
Yeah.
professional performer.
Here's the thing about Keon.
great.
He's got this interesting mix
beautiful.
because Corinne always teases me about this. Like, he's sexy. Like, I get real dirty thoughts in 2 seconds. But more than that,
Join the club.
More than that, I just kind of he's one of those like I just want to hug him. I just want to give him a hug.
That's it?
Cuddle with him or something.
That's
I don't know. Probably
That's
not.
it?
But I'm like, he's just one of those. I'm like, he seems like such a sweetheart. And like, if he can make my old ass think that, these little girls across the country are going crazy for him. You know they're voting for him.
He did have that face tonight. I mean, the start of his solo right there in the camera. Who's done that in all these seasons?
Keon.
Who sits there and like stares into the camera? That was pretty smart.
Keon.
Very smart.
Keon do.
Keon.
You want to
Oh.
go back a few seasons ago, don't you?
You
No,
want
I was
to
just-
do that, huh,
You
Alex?
see it
I
in
was
your
just
face.
thinking of someone, but of
That
someone
you used to
I-
know.
You?
I like that.
Good.
I will say this. I love that song. I've never heard it before. You tried to make that joke. Hilarious.
She totally
I was a
did.
little bit surprised that Sonya used this song. Just
So
because
was I.
it's a little bit cliche, and she seems to be like a little bit more on the edge, and this song has been like
Maybe it
like
was
the
her
hipster
choice.
song of the
Pop.
last year. So maybe, but then also maybe she's been waiting to use it.
Maybe
And
it wasn't
she
her
finally-
choice.
Do they not
No,
get
it
to
was.
pick the
It was.
music?
Oh, it was.
Yeah, she picked it.
Oh.
She said she was like she basically said exactly what you said. She was like, I know it's a little bit cliche, but I just felt like I had to use it.
Yeah, and she finally got the opportunity.
Really?
I mean,
I have 3 versions on my phone
I was
from
getting ready to
different
compliment
artists
you.
that are awesome. I feel like she could have done a like spin
yeah,
on the song.
maybe.
But yeah, let's get to Alex.
Yeah, she was waiting for an all-star in the name.
Waiting for Alex.
That all-star is Alex Wong.
You were amazing.
So let's
Alex
talk about
was
this
amazing.
number.
Yeah, I was
us
actually
about
really interested because when I heard that I had Sonya for jazz, I woke up really early that morning and I was like, gotta warm up my neck, gotta warm up everything because like I had an 8 a.m. call, so I was up at like 5:30 being like, all right, like here goes.
Stretch
She's
it
like,
out.
rah, rah, like she does combat jazz like crazy stuff. So when I went in and she played the song, I was like, oh, like that's interesting. It's not what I expected. And then like we were doing like all this slow groove stuff, which was really interesting. I enjoyed it. It
What
wasn't
you
what I
said
expected
though
What did I say?
about like without being candid, what you said about maybe the dance being fit for
Lindsay.
somebody else was actually a really smart comment from you because
Oh.
well, it's very slinky, and not that like you guys did it bad at all, but when I see Alex Wong on stage, I want to see
Alex Wong.
Alex.
Wong.
Yeah.
and like you want a show-stopping like huge production number. But yeah, it was I don't know.
What did you feel about it?
I mean, you definitely had your moments where you got to show Alex Wong, like in your facial expressions and your strength. You're a very strong dancer.
Yeah.
And you're very.
We can't do any wrong.
You
Like
dance like a man.
he can't do any wrong.
Not that you're not a man, but you dance like a man.
beautifully.
I see what she's saying though. Talk to us.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
think?
pull it out.
I
I'm
was-
trying to pull it out.
You were the one on
Yeah, I was
stage.
just thinking. I mean, like when I think because like the choreographers they choreograph on you, so I think a lot of things were added afterward to make it more our dance, like mine and Lindsay's dance, because like we added things that and then at the end I was like, okay, like now I feel like it's my dance. But initially I think like the feeling of it would. I had felt like it needed to be someone like Mark.
I see that.
And some girl with like a lot of face or something like that. I don't know, because it's a number where you like really like kind of sit back. Yeah, it was a different
You
number.
said Mark, and I thought Froderman for the girl.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know.
Lauren?
Great, yeah, Lauren.
Yeah.
Great number, great number, and you can't do any wrong ever. But yeah, I want to see you fly. I'm like, I didn't get
I thought
enough
you were
Alex
phenomenal,
Wong.
Alex.
I did too, Alex.
You're really great. I like that voice. Use that again on me.
What was it like working with Lindsay?
I actually really liked working with Lindsay. She's a really sweet girl, and I think, what was interesting. I think because she has a ballroom background, she has a really good awareness with her partner.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I actually felt, I think we both felt chemistry between us. And I think the judges didn't see it, but I think with any performing art, sometimes the audience doesn't necessarily feel exactly what you feel. Mm-hmm. So it always depends on perception and everything. But with her, I actually felt a nice chemistry, and it was actually really nice to work with her.
Cool.
Well, it was really nice of you also for you guys, your number to open up, to warm the stage up, warm the audience up for the next number too. I really appreciated that.
What was the next?
Thanks, Alex.
Who was our next number? Will and
Well,
Lauren.
it was
That-
you.
I was right after you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't even remember.
Wow.
Well, it's because I was in my own zone.
You danced with Will,
obviously.
didn't you?
Yeah, that was.
You
a
guys,
good second.
you guys did a hip hop number. Christopher Scott choreographed. You were on a couch. You were
the
dancing on a
ghost.
You
What'd
were
you
the
say?
muse.
She was
You
the
were the
muse.
ghost.
I was the ghost. I was a muse.
A
He
muse.
doesn't listen to.
She wasn't
anything.
I
dead.
didn't see the package, and I thought maybe you were like the
When
dead
don't-
wife.
She was a muse, and she had.
and the dead wife watching over him, which I feel like it
Rude.
makes sense.
That's not
in your
ghost.
world.
No.
In your world,
She was
It
a
doesn't make
muse, and
sense.
she had spray paint on her. Apparently.
I should.
Let's-
A lot of it.
Let's
It
talk
makes
about your
sense.
number now.
I liked your
What do you
outfit,
want to
though.
know?
What do you want to tell
Thanks,
us?
I did too.
It's not very often that we actually get to have like
kinda cool.
2 people who performed a couple hours ago in the studio
Right here.
talking
Right?
about their own
Same
numbers.
hair.
So
Yeah.
give us
Same here. Wow.
Well, he got jokes.
Same thing.
He got jokes.
He's got these quick ones.
Rude. Okay, so I was really excited. I've been on the show many different times, and it's the first number that I've had that was like a set. I've never had a prop. I've never had.
Really?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I've always wanted that dance that was like a set, a production, a
bed,
real
a
legit
door.
story. Yeah, but like you
All
know what I
Twitch's
mean.
numbers.
The lighting is right. Everything is right. I was really pleased with it, and he was really fun to work with.
He is such a sweetheart.
I fell
I just
in
want
love
to
with
hug him.
I know.
Just like, oh, he
You know what I realized though, and I didn't realize this while we were watching it, and this is what's so weird about the format, and this says nothing to your guys' dances actually, because the format's so different this year. But you guys both were with the people who went home tonight.
Oh,
my
check
God, I
that
didn't even realize
out.
that.
Both of your dancers
High
went home.
five.
I didn't realize that either.
Twitch and
guys-
Allison was last week.
You guys weren't
So
aware of
maybe
that?
It's not our fault.
Maybe we're
They-
meant to be together.
Yeah. If this were a regular season, you guys would be dancing together next week. But no, it's how.
No, it wasn't our fault because
I was going to
that
ask
was
you how it
so
made you
I
feel.
don't know, I think it's your fault.
Well,
Ask it again.
I was going to ask how it
Ask
makes
it
you guys
again.
feel, but apparently nothing
Well,
because you didn't even know.
They don't care.
I knew it
They're
was
like,
my
we'll be
partner
back
that went
next
home.
week.
No, I mean, but you have. Are we getting down to the bottom?
Please.
Okay, so Cole and Will are in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much fun with Will. I think you said something while we were watching. If he were to stay in the competition, he could win.
Mm-hmm.
But to see Cole move on and he brings something so different, like I love that as well. And somebody has to go home. They always say it. 2 people are going to be in the bottom. Somebody has to go home.
And Cole
so.
is clearly brilliant. I mean, he really is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
He is very different. I'll give him that.
It's the personality. Well, they both had really great
We've
personalities.
seen people dance like Will. I mean, a million times.
But nobody is like Will.
He
though.
brought the
personality. You know what I mean? And that to me, I was like, oh, that's my homeboy.
The whole season,
Yeah.
it was his personality.
Sometimes the talent wins out.
True that.
And Cole just really is a better dancer. He really is. And I like you just mentioned, because as of next week now, it's up to America now. The judges don't get a final say. They don't get to say who's going home. So had they let Will go through, I think he'd be a shoo-in to win the show.
actually, America doesn't get to vote next week.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Why?
That's what but they explained
They
at the
said-
end of the show. They
yeah.
said this is our last week after
It
this.
is their last week.
So what does that
because
mean?
actually, well, if you think about it logically, actually,
He's giving me some logic
Yeah,
now.
there's
He just-
there's
now he's
Asian
throwing me
power, let's
some.
go.
Bring
there's
it.
there's 6 people left, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So next week. I'm sorry.
You don't know.
It's next week's episode. They don't get to vote.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's what I said, right?
No, the coming week then they do get to vote, and then whoever the top 2 guys, top 2 girls
Two
dance the
people,
finale.
the 2 people are going home from tonight's votes next week,
Oh, really?
and then there's only
yeah.
4 left who can't vote.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, I see what
You're
you're saying.
right.
I see what you're
Very
saying.
true.
We got you.
So,
Way
I'm
to bring
saying,
it.
yeah.
Way to bring it.
So it won't be an issue next week because it'll already have been decided this week.
Right.
That's cool, but we're talking about this week.
Oh.
Brother, sister.
people want to know about other
You guys are feisty.
This one over here is a real
Write down a
feisty.
couple notes real quick. Never have 2 guests together at the same night. Fantastic.
Cray.
So hard to
The
control.
background.
When it's 50-50 here, it's so hard to control.
You're
you
doing
guys.
a great job, AJ.
I'm trying. I'm trying to keep these trains.
Yeah.
This hot tamale train on track. See, look at that reference.
Well, Jesse
I
said
like
it
that
was a
jalapeno bus.
jalapeno bus.
What was that?
I loved it.
That sounds
He's
nasty.
amazing.
They do sound nasty.
I was like,
I don't know.
yeah.
I like it.
and
I like
slightly
that.
intriguing.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I didn't like it like I didn't like his bow tie tonight.
I didn't either.
I was like, oh, he's a Muslim now. Get your life.
That was
What does that have to do with
what does
anything?
that have to
I
do?
associate bow ties with Muslims.
You do?
Sure do.
Why?
Interesting.
Because
Very,
I do.
very, very
Y'all
interesting.
don't know who Malcolm X is?
Oh, true.
Louis Farrakhan.
Oh, that's cute.
Bow ties.
Oh, now I get it. I get that now.
It doesn't matter.
I get the reference now.
I
There
just
was, like,
said it's
a
an
coffee stain on the
association.
bow tie.
It
Girl,
looked
that
like
was
it.
a
They're
print.
Muslims.
No, for me, it was a coffee stain.
It was probably like an
Buzz.
it was probably like an $8,000 tie.
Right. And Hermes.
Because they just renegotiated
Fine
their
art.
contracts. They're making a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Those Modern Family people.
Oh, what? I need to be one of their friends.
I'm
Good
not mad
show.
at 'em.
I'll be a nanny.
So after Will and Lauren, we've got Cole doing his solo. All I wrote down was strong and precise. Because that's kind of what I feel like Cole is every time he dances. He's strong and precise.
I didn't know how to feel about it, and period.
I also said, didn't I say he wears those pants and the little socks? He looks like the guy from Mulan. like a samurai leg or something.
Oh my God! Now I see it. I didn't get it
With
before.
the tight top with the
Now I see
buttons
it.
and the pants and like the
I mean,
socks.
that's what he is.
Yes,
He's-
exactly.
he's a martial
So he
artist guy.
did exactly his thing.
I'm gonna watch that movie later. I gotta make a note.
Say Mulan.
I'm gonna go home and listen to Christina Aguilera, Reflection.
Please don't.
I love that song. It's a
and,
good one.
do semicolons.
Alex got some
Alex
pipes
has a voice over here, y'all. He is not
trying
flat.
to sing.
These notes are not
all
flat.
night long.
He actually has a music video coming out next week. Plug.
What is it?
Really?
Plug.
No, wait. Whoa! I need to talk about this.
Check it out on iTunes.
We're gonna
Go to the end.
No, this is serious. I need to go
Yeah,
right to
we
this
need
right
to-
now.
this
You
is
have a
very
music
exciting.
video coming out next week.
Yes, I
Are
do.
you
You
dancing
sing.
in it?
Yeah, I sing. I was actually on American Idol season 11.
Sure was.
I made it to Hollywood rounds. I just finished a Broadway show musical.
Seriously.
He's pretty
yeah.
fabulous.
Get out of here.
He's Alex Wong.
Sing a little. Give us something.
I'll sing a little bit from the new single.
Oh, get your life.
Used to have you in my life, take you around and make things right. Come one day, you cut me down, go out, sleep around the town. Then you find that I'm the best, so much better than the rest.
Hey.
Oh.
That was hot. Who knew?
Look at your little friend over
Everyone's
here plugging
gonna
you.
know. I know.
Get
Good.
your
Here's the
life.
deal.
Is she in your video?
Lauren Gottlieb is the director of the video.
Really?
And choreographer.
Double plug.
Double plug. And we also have a bunch of So You Thinkers that are also in the video. We have
love it.
Missy.
Did you just call them So You Thinkers?
So You
Yeah.
Thinkers.
We do
That's
that.
what we're
Cute.
called.
That's the lingo.
I'm gonna
the
take
lingo.
it. Can
We're gonna
I?
start using
Yeah,
that.
Missy
Okay,
from
yeah.
last season, Sasha from last season. There's Chris
Pauline.
Rose, Pauline,
Marquise.
Marquise, Alexi.
Agdepa?
Agdepa.
She was in here a few
Yeah,
weeks
she
ago.
was.
Yeah.
We love her.
It was so funny though because he
she's so
called
cute.
me. He called me one day and goes, "Hey, I'm doing a music video. Do you want to be in it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. What are we doing?" He goes, "I don't know yet." I go, "What's the concept?" He goes, "I don't know yet." So me, of course, the kind of person I am, I'm like listening to the song and stuff, and I like write a treatment. I send it to him the next day. He goes, "Do you want to direct it?" I was like,
You're like, Avi.
It was
Okay.
Scott's idea to
Yeah.
let you direct it.
I
It was cool,
love
yeah.
this.
How great is that though? This experience, you guys have actually taken this experience and you've come back and you've worked with these younger artists now and as all stars, and now you're like segueing into other things. It's really cool.
Leveraging yourself.
"It's
I mean,
fun."
Justin Bieber one day.
It's kind of funny
I'm
though.
single the
Taylor
next.
Swift audition the next
I got a call back and I couldn't go because of the show.
because your video.
Yeah, no, because I was
Oh.
on So You Think today.
Oh, that's whack.
Wow, double book
Tell her
life.
you're Alex
Double
and
book
you
life
can't
Yeah.
style.
dance.
I went to a bootleg audition tonight and then had plenty of time to come here.
I didn't
Bootleg
have
audition.
an
So
audition
bootleg.
tonight.
I nailed it. Don't get it twisted, but it was bootleg. I was like, how much does this pay again? Why did they come here?
You're
It's
like,
no
okay,
pay, just
I'm gonna
copy
do
and
it.
credit.
Yeah.
Plus a meal.
Free food.
Plus a meal. Plus a meal.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Chips.
So
Chips.
funny.
Okay. That is awesome, Alex.
Well, congratulations.
Kudos.
Where
And
can
kudos
our
to
listeners
you.
hear your single? When's it dropping?
Well, you can hear it right now on iTunes
Okay.
already. You can get it on iTunes.
And it's called, what is the actual song?
It's called Crave.
Okay.
And then I think next week we're
On
saying Wednesday that it's going to be released. And
We have some fun little teasers
we
that
have
are going to
some-
happen
yeah.
this week, like fun little things. So
Well, good for you guys.
check
check it out on
Twitters,
Twitter and
we'll-
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Congrats
I will-
to both
I will
of y'all.
retweet the F out of it.
You better.
I don't have many followers with
that.
either of you,
That's
but I'll try. Nice,
That's
nice.
awesome.
Well, congratulations. Next.
Okay.
Moving on, we are covering a show right now. You guys
Yeah.
remember?
Sure are.
My bad.
What was next?
Whoops. Melanie and Cyrus. A Mandy Moore number. I kind of loved his hair, and I kind of loved his pants.
You
I
just
thought-
liked his booty.
No, I thought for the first week Cyrus
Yes.
had a booty.
Yeah, he
Because
did.
you don't have much of a booty. He's cute. I wrote down he's such a lovable guy. And they brought up Bob Fosse. I thought that was cute. They're like, do you know who Bob Fosse is?
He's like, no.
He knows who.
I'm like, you're on a
Yes.
dance show. Yes, you do.
I think he would. I think he actually couldn't hear them. Sometimes it's actually
Yeah.
really hard to hear the judges.
Really?
Yeah.
You kind of, if you
kinda
see
can't
us,
hear
we're
them.
kind of just.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you
actually,
were like-
Well.
Tiffany and George, the one of the shows, they were just telling me yesterday. The Nigel and they were talking about something completely else. It was like, and this blah blah blah, and then they were like, "Thank you."
Oh, you're
Because they
kidding.
couldn't hear them, and afterward they watched it and they were like, "Holy crap!" They said thank you, and they weren't even talking to them because you can't. Sometimes you really actually
Yeah.
can't hear them.
Why?
Or
So loud.
Or other
I
angle.
see the side.
Here's the
the
cynicism.
side
Yeah, I'm such a cynic. Or he's like playing up that like I'm just a street performer. I don't know anything. Vote for me. I'm so great.
Maybe he really didn't know.
Like that's
Or maybe he
happened.
didn't
I don't know how,
Before.
but maybe he really didn't know.
It's Bob Fosse.
I mean, I know who he is, and I'm no dancer.
I don't know.
You got moves. I've seen them.
I don't care.
Oh.
Like,
Maybe he
it
didn't
up.
know. Maybe he didn't know.
Oh well. Well, Cyrus is
ask
still
him.
hanging around.
Should
He's
text
still
him now.
Sigh.
he's still hanging in there week after week. Kind of surprising, but his personality is just so like he's my favorite person on the show.
I don't think it's surprising.
I don't think it's surprising at
No.
all.
No.
I think he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
And I think the judges have been pushing for uniqueness this season because I think they've
There isn't
seen a
any.
lot of contemporary dancers and whatever. And I think that it's great to be able to have someone that is really good in their own craft.
Right.
And he's got a great personality too. So I think America really loves him.
He's really funny backstage.
Yeah.
He's really,
He has a lot of
really
personality.
funny. Yeah, he sure is.
Somebody else though who's really great in their own craft, Ileana.
yeah.
For whatever I say, I can't latch onto her. I say that all the time, but she is one of the best dancers that I've seen in a long
Is.
time on the show.
She sure
She's got it.
She on it tonight was the professional dancer, I think. I mean, her solo. It's like a moment where she's on the side of the stage and she just reaches a little bit further, and you go. I'm like, how?
She had a
You're
really
not
nice
even
solo
doing
tonight,
anything. Like your leg has been going up 25 times, and the moment that I died for was when she just went a little further.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And if I'm Eliana, I'm like, I ain't worried if I win this. Whatever.
I'm a star.
I know I can outdance any of these fools.
she's
Right.
been working.
yeah.
Yes,
She'll
I
work
made her
again.
wear her tutu tonight.
You did.
Yeah, she left it at home. And I was like,
That's why it was,
you
so little.
left your tutu at home? I was like, go tell Amy right now.
Wow.
And she was like, Amy, I left my tutu at home. And then,
Face.
and I was like, go tell her right now, because
they all live in-
you have to wear the tutu.
Wow,
They all live in
she
apartments,
had
right?
to.
Bossy
Yeah.
bear.
I hear.
She
The
had
address is no.
No, I know where they used to stay. Oh, well, a few seasons ago when I was in love with, I think, Brandon.
Okay.
Whatever season that was, they were staying over at over on Wilshire, a new apartment complex right there.
They're not there anymore.
They change every year.
I know they changed a couple years ago. I know
they're not there
that's the
anymore.
only reason I bring it up. But I actually used to teach a boot camp there twice a week, and I'd run
Look
into
at
all the
you.
kids. Yeah,
He's so fancy, this AJ.
Yeah.
I get around.
I wanna go.
I mean, I work a lot. So
Yeah.
Keon
Ileana.
and Anya
Ke-
tackle the tango.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
What do you have to say?
If there is
darling?
one man in this competition who can keep up with like the smoldering like vixen that is Anya, it's Keon and
He
his
is
booty.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it looked very professional.
It did.
It was, the interesting thing was, I think it's always hard to have something that's not like blah, blah, and it was kind of very smooth and intimate, and
Yeah.
I think it actually really worked. It was really good.
You know what else I loved about it? I wrote down that it had superb lighting. I'm a sucker
to
for
see
lighting.
his beautiful face.
Yeah, maybe. But
sure
I'm just a
did.
sucker for like a properly lit number.
Yeah.
The lighting
helps a
can
lot.
change everything.
Yeah, it definitely
It's
helps
crazy.
a lot.
It's so crazy.
And they also did. I wrote down lift flicks. What did that mean?
The lag flicks, or when Anya goes.
Oh, at the end.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
was
what
That
it
was
hot.
really, really nice.
It was
That was
seamless and it
nice.
was professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
And it wasn't
seamless and
over-
And
professional.
the crazy
done.
thing was both the ballet dancers had ballroom this week.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it was hard because they were both the last ones to choose. Because they actually chose their styles this week. So what
So we don't get
happened
to
was,
see that anymore.
yeah, that
Why
sucks.
not?
But
I
what
like
happened was
seeing
they,
that.
There's
so
no
let's say the
time.
girls drew a number, and Lindsay actually had the first pick. I know that, and they had the styles that you saw, and she picked jazz. I remember Whitney told Lindsay, like, if there's a hip hop, like, please, like, save it for me, because like Whitney hasn't had a hip hop. And then Whitney picked the hip hop, blah, 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 and then the quick step was left for Eliana.
They
She
kind
was
of
the
all
last one
know
to
what they
choose.
should do. I mean, maybe one would be like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
I should
who's
do ballroom.
really going
but-
to choose a quick step?
Awful. I wouldn't.
But she was
Me
great.
neither.
But and same with Keon. Keon did really well in his ballroom.
Yeah.
Well, they're great together. And
Yeah,
Anya,
I love
Anya
them
just-
together.
Anya, I say this with so much love. I feel like she put on a couple of pounds. I say it though because I think she looks like a woman now, and I love it. Maybe just 3 or 4 pounds even, but she just looks so. She looks like a woman amongst girls out there. She is so everything to me.
You know what I love though?
Oh.
She didn't, and she always does the big, powerful ballroom numbers. I don't think she overkilled it this week, which it was like very, like you said, it's kind of hard because it wasn't tricky and crazy, but I loved it. It made me like want to like ooze in it.
Because a lot of her numbers feel like
what does that mean?
Ooze in it.
The man kind of looks almost like a lion tamer.
Yeah.
Like just trying to keep her at bay the entire number because she's just so much. But I felt like he looked great in this number.
This one was like a really nice
He looks great in every number.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Oh, Keon.
Sorry.
So at the end of the night, we've got Cyrus. Oh, we've got one more duo. We have Cyrus as our last solo of the night, though. His intro package was really. I thought his intro package was great. He talked about his dad, how close they were. His dad passed away when he was 10. And it was the hardest thing he's ever had to go through. He said though that his mom really stepped up and was the reason that he's become who he is. He's a great young man. He said though, I thought this was cute. He says mom showed him his first wave. This thing, whatever house. Yeah,
so cute,
adorable. Like she's so badass.
Adorable.
They made that up. I'm
Did
kidding.
they? Oh my god. AfterBuzz exclusive.
Not
no.
true.
I know.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Yeah, right.
Producers.
We need
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Starting rumors.
We needed a all hail to the no, Marissa.
Right. But I thought that those are the things that I wish I knew those things about Eliana, and I wish I knew those things about some of the other dancers. And their packages are interesting, but
About someone dying.
not that. I don't want to know that, but it does. It tugs at the heartstrings. It will make.
I want to know.
It'll make me vote
Tell me
for
who
him.
died in your life.
My great grandmother.
Give me a list of the 5 worst things that have happened. Okay, anyways,
Did
keep
they
going.
ask you that?
No.
I can imagine producers asking.
better-
for
They
No,
tried
but
to
it
poll.
would be smart of you to list it out and then figure out which is your best story.
Yeah.
As opposed to what's the girl who said I eat packs of bacon every day?
Was it
earlier in the
Audrey?
season? Yeah, something.
No, the
Audrey's
bacon.
package was funny.
The
though.
bacon
When
was
she,
the
when
one
she
was
put in
it?
her retainer
Oh.
and she was like, sweet dreams.
Yeah, that's right.
That was so funny. I loved it.
You've done that 5 times now. You
I
love
love
it to
it.
do that. It's a great face on you. It's great.
That's cute. You should have put
did
that in
do
your
that.
video.
Sweet dreams.
So our dancing performances for the night conclude with one more duo, Tiffany and Ade.
The package for this was my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah?
that was funny.
Why?
Because I thought it showed
personality.
a lot of personality and contrast. It was like really goofy and funny, and then went into like a really what's the word I'm looking for? How would you describe that dance in one word?
I think he was
Celine Dion.
That's Tim.
He was
Celine.
Celine. Simply Dion. No, I felt like he was a strong partner. He was a supportive partner. And I was trying to watch. I haven't seen.
so strong.
He's so strong.
It's ridiculous.
He's a dude.
You look at his calves, and they're like
the size of my waist easily. I'm pretty skinny.
yeah, maybe.
But it was weird though because I'm such a huge Ade fan. I felt like I didn't. Maybe it's the way it was choreographed. He was a partner the whole entire number.
You didn't connect
Actually,
with him this time.
At all.
He's
I
always
did
a
not
partner,
either.
though, especially since he's been an all-star.
I feel like he
guess.
stands out
they
more
let him
though.
fly most of the time.
Do that?
Yeah. Like when they choreograph for Twitch, Twitch gets a lot of little solo moments, a lot of
But
other
Twitch
stuff.
doesn't partner. That's
Twitch and Allison, yeah, both.
No, but he's still in a partner number. But he's still in a number with somebody who's supposed to be dancing for their life right now. Not,
yeah, but hip hop is different because
Yeah.
like, I think you're not.
Yeah, but I see what he's saying. They gave
Like-
Twitch a close-up moment.
And like
for
last
something
week,
today.
what's her name started in a coffin, and Twitch had a full
here
8 count
you go
before she
again.
came out of the coffin,
Don't
and then he
do
threw her
it.
into the coffin at the end, and he got to close out the number. I'm like, we're voting on her. Why is she in a coffin the whole time? Like that is a little odd. They do it for certain dancers. They give them like those solos and those moments
It's
that are
like
kind
they
of.
know what they're doing with the show.
Well,
They do.
we are on season 9, so they're
do,
doing
girl.
something right. But you know what? They're down to one night a week, so they're doing something wrong too. Fix it, Fox.
It's called ratings.
I know.
Fox.
I love this show. I just want it to be around forever.
know.
So this brings us to the end of the show, and they announced that the bottom 2 ladies,
Dum, dum, dum.
of course, shockingly, are Whitney and Lindsay, because they've both been in the bottom recently, and they're best friends, kind of,
Besties.
whatever. And they end up sending Lindsay home,
Bye,
your
Linz.
partner tonight.
Yeah.
And then between
Sorry
Cole
about
and
it.
Will, they send home
Sorry about
your
it.
partner, Will.
Sorry about
Sorry
it.
about it.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
So we're down to the top
Fire.
6.
Top 6 it is.
Not a long road left ahead of us.
Nope.
The beginning of the season for us, you guys. I don't know if you guys watch a lot during the auditions or if you're actually involved. I know you said season 5. You did some of the early
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't feel like I've ever left.
Yeah, well, We see you often
You're in
enough.
it
We
for
don't feel like you
life.
ever left either.
Get
Good
off
thing
my
or bad
screen.
thing. I don't know.
But the beginning of the season is so hard to watch sometimes. It's
So long.
What, the auditions?
Yeah,
girl.
they drag on and on.
Really, I thought this one was a little bit better because
Well,
they-
maybe
They didn't show
because-
bad people this year.
yeah, their
That's
funny
true.
their funny
That
videos
many.
were
That
good.
many.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the two brothers.
Which ones?
Come on, the comedy
The
ones.
comedy.
Oh, they were hilarious. The West Hollywood ones?
Yes.
They need their own show.
Oh my God. They even said
That's
that,
why
I
they
think.
went on the show to get their own show.
They're
They went
hilarious.
on show.
And they're like 38 or something. Like way too old to be on the show.
Yes.
Who's the better dancer?
I am. They did play off each other pretty well.
liked it. I liked it.
But we're coming down the home stretch finally.
Yeah.
Let's make some predictions.
Mm.
Okay, so we've got our finale is going to be
And
4
now,
dancers, correct?
Your AfterBuzz TV.
So we all need to
I felt zombie.
pick based on tonight's performances what guy and what girl we think are going to go home next week. I'm going to start with Corrine.
Oh, the pressure. Next week. Wait, who's left again? I'm going with Cyrus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to do it
What
to you.
girl's going home?
And the girl will be Tiffany. Bye, girl.
Putting you on the spot. Let's do it,
I
Alex.
honestly don't know.
Oh, you can't do that.
What-
I
what
know
did the three
she'll give
guys?
me an answer.
Cole?
Cole, Keon, and Cyrus.
Who's going home?
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Lauren's ready.
I got it. I got it.
I-
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Take the floor.
Somebody.
I think Cyrus and Tiffany, but I think I'm so wrong.
Okay. So
Can
Tiffany.
I change mine?
Nope.
I want to change
My
Cy-
turn.
I think it's Keon.
Tiffany is going home because I think in the finale you need Whitney and you need Eliana.
Yeah.
I think
I thought Audrey was going to be in the finale.
Keon is going home next week. I think that they are really like bringing him up the last couple weeks,
Yeah.
give him his like, you know.
yeah.
But I think he's gonna go home because wouldn't a finale between Cyrus and Cole
Cole.
be very interesting?
I will say
Those two
this.
styles together.
I agree
say
with
that.
you, actually.
I say Tiffany's
I'm
a
switching
goner.
mine to Lynn.
Tiffany's a goner. Does have a snowball's chance in hell. I don't even know who her name is until I have to write it down every week.
No snowballs
I love
chance
you,
in hell,
Tiffany.
he says.
And then I think Cole's gone. I think Cole is.
No.
I think he's great, but I think he bores me.
He's not even going to end up in the bottom.
He was
Not
in the
after
bottom
this
tonight.
week.
I agree with
Not
that.
after this
He's
week.
never been
I
in the bottom,
agree
has
with
he?
you.
But not after this week.
He was
Are
tonight.
you kidding me? But
Not
he was
after
tonight
tonight.
because he did a cha-cha.
Oh, you're right.
True
You
that.
say it funny.
A cha-cha. I don't know why. I noticed when I said it really funny.
True fans would vote for him no matter what he's doing. So that is an indication.
What did he do the week
All
before
of
the cha-cha?
Hawaii is going to vote
What
for
did he
him.
do the week before
From
cha-cha?
I
Hawaii.
don't remember
Is
what
Hawaii?
I did 2 days ago. How are you gonna ask me that?
Exactly. Oh well.
Oh,
Well, you guys.
Absolutely not.
I told you guys we're going to be under an hour.
look at that.
I can't get a show under an hour to save my damn life. Sorry, Marissa, for keeping
Pretty
you up
close.
late. But we want to thank you guys all for stopping by. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Where can our listeners and our viewers follow you on Twitter?
Alex D. Wong. D as in like dog.
And they'll also find out all of your
Yes,
information about your upcoming video will be on your Twitter. You're going to be releasing that stuff on there as well.
Yeah.
Next
Cool.
Wednesday, check it out and check
Directed
out Crave
by
on
the one and only
iTunes,
Lauren
directed
Gottlieb.
by- yeah.
My Twitter is Lauren Gottlieb. So boring.
Oh, that's there's nothing
It's
boring
your
about it, but it's two
name.
T's,
It's
two
easy.
T's. Corinne, where you at?
That just saying, oh wait, get your life.
Get your life. Oh, she got it in there. Get your life. I'm AJ Gibson. You can find me at _AJ Gibson on Twitter. You can also check out my new website, www.ajgibson.tv. We want to thank you guys for stopping by. We're going to be back next week to bring us into the final episode before the finale. We only got, what, 3 more? 2 or 3?
3.
Three episodes. We've got a couple more ahead of us.
Coming
But Kristen will be back next week. We miss you. We've also got Kent Boyd coming in next week, so you guys need to tune in for that. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.
From
Nice.
Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.